Hello and welcome to our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World Resorts in 2019. Today is day 307.
I got up this morning and headed over to Magic Kingdom for the 9 o'clock opening and went straight to the barbershop to get a spot for a haircut because I desperately need one. Unfortunately, they didn't have any early this morning. They did have a noon appointment available though, so I signed up for that and then walked back over to Contemporary, which is a really convenient place to be staying when you need to get a haircut. When I got back to the room, I told Alyssa that I had a noon appointment and that when I was in Magic Kingdom, they had added even more Christmas decorations, including the giant tree, so she wanted to go see that too. So we both got ready for the day and went over to Magic Kingdom to see the tree and all the other Christmas decorations around the park.
The train station had wreaths, the Dapper Dans were out in their adorable Christmas costumes. We were so excited because it truly felt like Christmas now. It did a couple days ago as well, but this is really more immersive. And we had the best time just taking pictures. Of course, the music is playing Christmas music. A lot of the guests are all dressed up for Christmas. And we were so excited to just walk all around Main Street, taking as many pictures as we possibly could of all the amazing decorations. Robert especially was having a lot of fun trying to take unique pictures of the Christmas tree, of the castle, down Main Street with all the wreaths. He was all over the place and we actually kept getting separated. It was really funny because we would both get distracted taking pictures and then realize the other was somewhere else taking pictures. So we had to keep finding each other, but we were having the best time because we both love Christmas and Christmas at Magic Kingdom is amazing.
We headed over towards Jungle Cruise because they have switched it over to be the Jingle Cruise and we're very excited to ride it until we saw the line that was very long. But in addition to the long line, the Fast Pass line was all the way out into the main walkway, which meant the line is going to take forever to get through in standby and we don't have a Fast Pass, so we just kept on walking and went over to Frontierland to the trading post. I wanted to see if they had any new pins, which they did not, but they had a ton of new Funko Pops. They had a whole bunch of different ones for Frozen 2, which is coming out very soon. They had several different Funko Pops for Rise of Skywalker, the final Star Wars movie coming out in December. And I did not buy any of them because I don't know who half those characters are yet, and I don't want to buy them and then find out I don't like the characters, so just held off on those. And they had one other Funko for this new Star Wars show that's coming out on Disney Plus when they drop Disney Plus in a few days, and I didn't want to buy it because, you know, I don't know if I like the character or like the show. It's called The Mandalorian. I assume it's going to be good because I like Boba Fett, but just in case I didn't buy it, I'm sure it's not going to be a problem to get one of those later on in the holiday season. As we walked through the rest of the park, we took a picture in Liberty Square because they did have some Christmas decorations up there. Went around through Fantasyland and they didn't really have much going on there. As we passed over to Tomorrowland, the Tomorrowland Speedway had a longer line than we have seen in a long time. They had extra stanchions out and the line was wrapping around. I have no idea why it was so popular today, but for whatever reason, there was a ridiculous line there, so we did not wait in line for that to find out what was going on. Kept going into Tomorrowland and they had decorated the stage area where they're going to have some shows and stuff, we assume, for the Christmas parties. And we thought we'll just go up and ride the People Mover before we head to the front for my haircut. And the line for People Mover was also ridiculous. I don't know what was going on today that everyone was in line for every ride, but apparently it's a popular day for rides.
We decided to head up to the confectionery so that we're near there when it's time for his haircut, and we wanted to see all the Christmas goodies. They had a lot of really cute Rice Krispie treats and caramel apples. They do such a good job with the Christmas goodies. Of course, they do a good job with everything here in Magic Kingdom, but we love seeing all the amazing decorations they come up with for the treats. We headed over to wait for Robert's hair appointment time, and while we were standing there, we actually saw the backstage gates open and we got to watch Move It, Shake It, Mouse Could Dance It. We had a great view for this, which was a lot of fun, and we both absolutely love this little parade. It's so much fun. The song is so catchy and you end up singing it all day long. So we got to watch that, and then it was time for Robert's haircut. So he took a picture without a hat on, which happens very rarely, but he did because I asked him to do a before and after, which was super sweet of him.
After that, we started walking back over to the Contemporary to our room. I wanted to clean up and change clothes and shower, so we got back there and we did work the rest of the afternoon. We had a few things we needed to take care of, and at 5 o'clock we walked back over to Magic Kingdom to get a spot for the first official castle lighting ceremony. They kind of did one last night in the middle of the night, but it wasn't official because Elsa wasn't there, so we wanted to go and get a spot to film the entire thing. We got there about an hour early and sat down in the hub with a really good spot, and so did everyone else. There was already a huge crowd gathering. Apparently everyone wanted to have a good spot for this first show. This is a really fun little show, and we did take pictures throughout, but we also filmed the entire thing, and I will link that down in the description below. It's a great little show to watch. As soon as the show was over, we walked over to Jingle Cruise to try and ride that. It is dark, so we thought there'd be less people in line. And there were not. It was still a very long line, so that's fine. We'll ride it another day. We're here for at least a couple more months, so we may as well just wait on that instead of waiting in a really long line. We headed back to the front of the park and took a picture down Main Street and took a picture with the giant Christmas tree. Just a few more pictures before we headed out. We had one more thing we wanted to do. We wanted to go back to our room at Contemporary, out on our balcony with a theme park view. We wanted to take pictures and video from the balcony. It is our last night here and we don't want to miss doing that. So when we got back to the room, I set up a couple different tripods out there. One with the phone that was going to video the entire show, which I was able to film the entire show of Happily Ever After that night. And I set up another tripod with my camera and took a ton of long exposure pictures of the fireworks. It's one of my favorite things to do, taking pictures of the fireworks, especially when you're at different locations, like the different resorts or other odd places in the park where it's not just on Main Street or in the hub where everyone else is always taking pictures. It was a really interesting angle because we are on one of the lower floors with the theme park view here, but I was so happy with how most of these pictures came out, and it was a ton of fun taking pictures of the fireworks.
We had a lot of fun looking through these later because there were just so many great ones, and Happily Ever After is such a great show to take pictures of because there's such a wide variety of different types of fireworks. So these are so much fun to see because they're all so different. And like you said, the angle was different, so we had a lot of fun with this. While he was videoing and taking pictures, I was actually doing some video for Instagram stories and also doing a little video showing that you can turn Happily Ever After on in your room while you're watching the fireworks, so you do still get the song while you're watching, because that is of course a big part of Happily Ever After is the song and all the music with it. After Happily Ever After was over, we had a lot of fun the rest of the night looking through the photos and looking at the video. Everything turned out so well and we were so happy. And that was the end of our day today. So we'll see you tomorrow
For our Year with the Ears.